mortgage, new owner says, "Not in my kingdom." Watch as our sovereign citizen hero tries to claim diplomatic immunity from a mortgage. After months of defaulting, the new property owner steps in and hilariously shuts down all the paperwork magic faster than you can say, "I do not consent." Spoiler alert, the courts don't care about your homemade constitution, and this eviction is going down. Grab your popcorn for the ultimate battle of delusion versus reality. Will the sovereign citizen prevail? Hint, nope.
Sheriff's office, start eviction. Sheriff's office, here to serve eviction for everybody inside this residence. Okay, we're serving eviction. Open up the door, ma'am.
I'm not getting an eviction from nobody. I've been here for 20 years. I'm not evicted. You go through a process. I haven't been through no process. Can't nobody just come up here. My name is Miss Green.
Okay, Miss Green, Deputy Sutton. We post a notice on your door.
That's not, it said unknown. I'm a known person. I don't know what that means.
Miss Green, is anybody else in there with you?
My grandson is in here with me.
Okay, how's your grandson?
He's 19.
19. Okay. Why didn't you go to the courthouse when the notice was posted on the door?
I'm not an unknown person. I'm Zoanne Green. I've been here.
Anyone with more than an ounce of sense would have followed up on that court notice left at their door. It might not even have had her name on it, but because she didn't take action, the court had no choice but to hand the eviction to the new owners. Claiming "I'm not a known party" is pointless. She should have dealt with it, but I bet she knew exactly why she got that notice and thought she could talk her way out of it when they came knocking. The way sovereign citizens behave and think leaves me speechless sometimes.
For 20 years, they don't have no contracts with me to be doing nothing with anyone. So I don't know why they're here talking about they can evict me and all this stuff. So you go past foreclosure to evict, to get no. Listen, this is a scam, and the bank is a scam. I don't have no jurisdiction over me. I'm indigenous to this land. This is my property. I've been here. That's why they can't touch me. Now this person comes over here talking about, "Oh, I just purchased this house from an auction," with no paperwork in his hand. He just comes. I could have killed him. You don't come up to nobody's home talking about what you got. You ain't got nothing in your hand. You just talking. Like, who the fuck does that? If I'm supposed to be evicted, my name is not unknown. Everybody knows it. The light bill has been in my name for 20 years. I have been here. This is my home. Okay, can't nobody buy somebody's home off from under them if they don't have no paperwork or no nothing.
Okay,
That's not right.
Ms. Green.
So you can't evict me for nothing.
Well, my question to you, Ms. Green, why didn't you go to the courthouse?
Because the papers say unknown. I'm not an unknown. If you have something, I've been, all my neighbors know me. I'm part of the Neighborhood Watch. Why is my name not on any paperwork? Explain that to me. I'm not unknown. I'm very known. So I don't know what kind of eviction you're doing, but it's illegal.
Right.
You can't evict
I'm
me.
doing a court order, ma'am.
Well, I don't know what court order. What name is it under?
It's under 3718.
That's not a name. That's an address.
Explain to you, Ms. Green, while I'm here. And the court order was signed by the judge saying to do the eviction.
For who?
I'm just explaining
Okay,
to you.
go ahead.
It's for the property.
No, you can't evict.
You
Really?
tell me
So you
no.
think you
want
can
me to
come
read it?
here and evict somebody off of a property and you don't even have their name?
Okay. It doesn't require me to have a name. You want to read this portion?
Are you
of it?
fucking serious to
Yes,
me?
ma'am. I'm gonna let you read this.
I don't need to read none of that. I don't want to read it. It don't have nothing to do with me.
It has to do with this property. It says
This is my property under my name. You don't even have a name on
the
there.
screen.
So I'm not leaving my property.
State of Florida, which we're in, to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, which county we're in.
So you're gonna throw me out of my house right now?
I have no choice, ma'am. This is what the
Really?
court says. Yes.
Y'all let's come throw all my shit out there. Since you're gonna do that
So it says-
to an indigenous
So
person
it
of
says,
this land, so you go
to
do
remove
it.
all persons.
You're not removing me from my property. So you about to take me out of here? How?
Voluntarily, preferably.
You listen. I'm telling you, you're not removing me out of my property.
Okay.
I'm not leaving. So
Okay. We don't want to take you to jail, mister.
Really?
Right.
This is pathetic. Y'all are something else. And
We
God
don't
will
wanna-
deal
we
with
don't
you.
wanna get to that
God
point.
will deal with you.
Okay.
I'm not leaving my house. This is my property. You walk up here with a guy. What is he
I'm
doing?
walking up
Who is
there-
that
I'm
white
walking
man
up there
coming
with
up
the
here
court
trying to
order.
take black people's
I'm
home?
here with the court order.
No, you walked up here with a guy with no name on no paper.
You keep one certain.
There's no name on that paper. You think you can throw me out of my house? That is against the law. I'm sorry. You can't.
All right, sir, you gotta leave, man. You got a court order to move off.
I gotta leave. But look,
If
all
you
my
like,
stuff
you can
is
go
in
to-
here.
you
All
can
my
go to the
life
court.
is in here. I've been here for 20 years.
At 3718
Really?
Hawk Dash.
Just like, that's your mother?
This is my grandson.
Okay, just like I was praying to your grandmother, we got a court order to remove all person coming to this address.
31.
I need the supervisor to come over here or somebody. Because this is not happening to me. They think they
It's
can
an
just come and
eviction.
take you out your home. That is a shame.
Question is? Okay, so that's what we're doing right now.
You can't evict some, they don't even have my name on their paperwork. They just want to throw me up out of here. And that guy over there did it. He went and got them. With no paperwork, just come to your house. Y'all do that to black people all day long. He got some paperwork with nobody's name on it. And he thinks he can, for the property, not the persons that's in the
Step out,
property.
sir.
You can step out there.
Yeah, you're not in trouble.
I'm
You
not
want to see
scared of
it,
these
right? So it
people.
says step out. Okay.
And I don't even know why you're showing it to him. I'm the grown person.
You didn't want to look at it, man.
I don't need that. And my name ain't on
He's
it.
in the door, right?
Yeah, but my name ain't on it.
We're in the state of Florida, right?
He don't even have his
I work
glasses
for the
on.
Orange County Sheriff's Office. You are commanded to remove all persons from 3718
I
Kitty
can't
Hawk
believe
Avenue
this. I'm
and
really
put
appalled
this
right
company in
now.
possession of the property.
This is a shame. So I don't know where they think I'm gonna go. I don't have
They
no
don't
place
say
to go. I'm gonna sit here on this damn porch.
to remove the person out the house.
Remove all persons.
That's a shame.
So,
That's-
so your
I'm gonna
best
have
interest
to
is to
sue
gather
the
your
shit.
belongings because we're
I don't
doing
have
this
I don't have nowhere to go.
You can go to the court and try to fight this.
Really?
But
But
I
I
can't-
need to get out of my
I
house
can't
first.
stop this eviction.
That is a shame. And look at you.
Yeah, we don't enjoy doing this.
Yes, you
But
do.
I have a
You
court order to
think
do it.
you're some, you think
Okay,
that
so
this is beautiful.
This eviction is
You
going to
love
happen,
to do-
Screen.
I'm not leaving my house. I'm not. I've been living here for 20 years. You want me to just up and leave because you came over here on my porch telling me what I got to do. My name ain't on nothing. So you gonna take me to jail?
Man, we don't want to do that.
You don't want to, but you will in a heartbeat. You don't care about nobody. You have nothing inside of you.
That is not
Nothing.
our preferred option.
And I pray for you because something gonna happen to both of y'all for coming here trying to remove somebody from their house because of that piece of shit. That ain't he's a foreigner
It's not a cost
on
of-
my
it's a
land.
cost of the court order.
You will pay dearly, honey, if I leave here because I don't have no place to go and I'm not leaving. I got too much shit to get out of here. So I don't know what we're gonna do, but you might need to go back to the judge and tell him I said to call me.
That's something you should have did, man.
I don't need to do that. That's not none of it is on my name is not on any. They're not talking to me.
So you're not a person,
I'm not my name. I have a name and an identity.
but you are a person, right?
It doesn't say person. It
It says-
says it needs to say the person that has been here. The light bill is in my name for
So that's
20
something
years.
you have to talk to the court about.
I don't need to talk to no court. I'm indigenous. This is my land.
Wow, the land of make-believe.
Well, we got a bit of a situation. Bought this house at the auction. She's claiming it's sovereign property. We had to go through the eviction process. She's called me many names.
Looks like she has requested all the officers' names and badge numbers, and they are writing this information down. Yeah, she's asked for all their badge numbers and names. I guess she can file a complaint. She could have showed up for court, by the way, but her reason for not going to the court date was she has a name. Her name is not unknown. She's going back to the door. do something. She unlocked the door, went back in for some reason, don't know why. The police officers are going in with them. They have a car. And for the record, it is a BMW.
In conclusion, this sovereign citizen ignored court notices, skipped every hearing about the mortgage, and refused to deal with the steps along the way until eviction day came knocking. After the house was auctioned off, the new owner just wanted his property, but she still wouldn't accept reality. The kicker, she's got a BMW sitting in the garage. Maybe selling that could have helped cover the mortgage. What do you think? Like, share, and drop your comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
They say they're above the law. The court says otherwise.
What up, peeps? Hey, the solid citizen, watch, you know what it is. We got this crazy chick who's a solid citizen who thinks she can get over on the popos. Unbeknown to her, I see she should know better than run away from the police. They're gonna get you no matter what. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have a discussion on the mindset of solid citizens because I think a lot of them are batshit crazy. But it's not about them really being crazy. It's about them being gullible and finding a solution to the problems that they have. So, example, you have a suspended license. You want to be able to drive. Some clown comes to you, tell you, hey, the right to travel applies to everything. And they avoid all the, how can I say this? They avoid everything that the Constitution says and the rights for states to self-govern, and they completely ignore that the Constitution was written before cars with automobiles were created. So we had buggies and horses and things of that way that we traveled around. They loop that all together, take a few other articles, spin that, and if anybody with more than an ounce of brains actually went back and look up some of these claims, they'll find out they're completely false. But they so impressed that I can drive again, or I don't have to pay, registration fee for a car, $32 a year. You can go out and sell apples for that. I mean, there's a few states that have property taxes on the cars. I can understand that being a problem, but registration, license, you pay that once and you can get it for 5, in some cases up to 7 years. I don't see the problem with this. This is a financial issue that they have an issue with. And on top of, they may just be horrible drivers. But let's go ahead and watch this clip about this chick, this lady, who not only is a sovereign citizen, but she absolutely refuses to listen to what the cops are saying. Let's go ahead and click this on. All right.
Hey, how's it going? Good, how you doing? Good. Can you put the window down a little bit more, please?
I can hear you.
All right.
What did you put in?
Sorry?
So what is the cause?
Well, you're all tinted out and there's no plates.
There is plates. There's plates in my car.
Where's the plates?
It's one in the back and one in the front.
Well, it says in the back it's not a plate. It's not an Ohio plate. Or any state. Where are you from?
I'm from the area of Morocco.
Speak up, please.
I'm from Morocco.
Morocco?
Yeah, that's the name of this country. It's called Morocco.
Okay. Well, you need a plate. You don't have a plate.
That's a plate issued by my
Do you have your registration?
That's a plate issued by my consulate. I'm not from this area.
Okay, so where are you from? You said Morocco?
Corporate state, Illinois. I'm from Illinois State, the Corporation of Illinois.
Okay. Do you have your license on you?
I have my nationality card, that's it. It's my nationality card, issued by my consulate. My consulate consular issued this.
That's not a license.
It's a nationality card.
All right, I need a license. You need a license to drive.
I'm not driving, sir.
What are you
That's
doing
when
there?
Driving is when
You're driving. We're not going to do the whole sovereign citizen thing.
I'm not a sovereign citizen.
That's what you're explaining to me. You're saying
I'm not explaining that.
you're saying you just have
I have a nationality card,
Right.
which is recognized by the Department of Justice.
well, I need a license.
I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
You're driving. If you're on the road, you're driving.
What was the reason for you pulling me over?
Well, you're alternate out and you don't have plates. There's no
I do
visible
have
plates.
One in the front and one in the back. It's
Is that your ID?
It's my nationality card.
Can I see it, please?
You're looking at it. I can't give it to you. My consulate said I can't give you my ID.
Okay, so you need
Are
a.
you all? Where's your supervisor at? So I can speak to the supervisor.
You can talk to our supervisor when you're done at the station.
Okay, I'm not going to the station.
We
'Cause I
need
didn't
a-
do anything illegal.
We need your driver's
I didn't do
license.
anything illegal. What was the reason for you pulling me over?
I've already given you 2 reasons.
What's the reason?
You're alternate out.
Okay.
That's illegal.
I'm
And you don't have a
alternate out.
yes.
The window
Your
tint.
window tints.
The window tints.
I'm not from Ohio.
Well, we don't know that because you're not giving us an ID and you don't have no plates.
Right here. I'm showing you the ID
You have
right
to
here.
identify yourself. Okay.
I just need to speak to the supervisor.
You can talk to him when we're done here,
Okay, well,
but we need to finish what we're doing.
I need to get where I need to get. So if you want to do what you need to do, I need to speak to the supervisor.
Okay, you can talk to him at the station when
I'm
we're
not going to the
completed.
station 'cause I didn't do anything illegal.
Okay, I need a driver's license and an
I'm
insurance
not
card for
driving.
the
I'm
vehicle.
traveling.
You are driving.
I'm not driving.
Yeah,
I'm
you're.
traveling.
Yep, you're driving. You're behind the.
Okay, so am I transporting goods and people?
It
In order for
doesn't
me to
matter.
be
You're driving on a. You're driving a motor vehicle on the roadway in the United States of America. You're driving a car.
This is an engine. It doesn't have a motor in it. It has an engine.
We're not going to play these games.
I'm not playing no games.
You need to identify yourself.
Nia McLean L. Nia McLean L. L. E-L. Make sure you add the E-L.
Why is the VIN number taped over on the windshield?
Because the car is not under United States jurisdiction, so I don't have to show you the VIN number.
What was that first name?
N-I-A.
All right.
Last name M-C-L-I-N-E-L.
Date of birth?
You don't need that.
What'd you say?
I said you don't need that.
I need your date of birth. You need to identify yourself, all right?
I gave you my first and last name. That's all you need. That's all I'm giving you.
You have to identify yourself,
I
or else
just
you go to
identified
jail.
myself. Nia McLean -L. I just identified myself. I just identified myself. Did I not? You asked for a name, so I gave it to you.
Give us your driver's license.
I just told you I don't have it.
Do you have an Ohio ID?
I'm not from this area.
Where are you from?
I'm from Corporate State, Illinois.
Okay, do you have an Illinois ID?
I have a nationality card, sir. You asked me for identification. The nationality card takes the place of a driver's
We need
license.
a nationality card does not take the place of a driver's
So
license.
foreigners now live in this area.
You need a driver's license to drive on the roadways.
But that's if I'm transporting goods, services, and people. I'm just traveling by myself.
It doesn't matter if you're by yourself or you're with 17
So
other
where's the
people
law
on a
that
bus.
says I need a driver's license?
You need a driver's license.
Sir,
You need to provide identification.
I just gave you identification.
If you don't provide identification, you're going to be taken to jail.
You want me to speak to the supervisor? Because I can explain myself to the supervisor.
You need to provide identification or else you're going to go to jail. Do you understand that?
I need to get back to Illinois, and I didn't do anything.
And we need to get back to our jobs too. I get it. You can get back to Illinois. All you have to do is identify yourself.
I just did.
And then we'll be done here in 5 minutes.
I just did.
But you want to play these stupid, petty games saying you're traveling and you're a a citizen of wherever, okay? We just need identification from you, bottom line.
Mia McLean Ale.
What's your date of birth?
1/1994.
Thank you. Start with that, please. Just go run a DMV photo. These people can be difficult. Obviously, all their arguments are nonsense.
I usually try to avoid them because,
Avoid them.
but it's actually the first time I've seen one of these. So,
Does he have a real license plate in the car?
nah, it's a female. She's just being completely uncooperative. She has the VIN is taped up as well.
I definitely wouldn't let her drive away with that.
No.
If she can't provide a good license plate, she'll probably get towed.
Oh yeah.
Is she saying she has an Ohio driver's license?
Nope. She's playing the whole sovereign citizen thing. She has a Moorish national. What is it called? Just a nationality. It's a fake card or whatever. It's from the consulate or something.
She doesn't have a driver's license from another country that she's showing you?
No. Well,
Active warrant.
that's why.
Active
Is that her?
warrant.
Yeah, armed and dangerous, violent tendencies, known to abuse drugs. Misdemeanor, Ohio and state hiccup.
Check that picture, Nick. Double check, make sure it looks like her. What's the warrant for again, Nick?
Let me try to. I'm gonna try to run her. This is a different name.
Suspended license. Suspended license.
Is that that match?
I'm checking the photo. Looks
I
like
can't
her.
see her at all. So.
Looks like her.
Is that the person with the warrant?
It says here, license suspended. She gave me the wrong name. It does say she's from.
How'd you?
So, I got it. This is what I put in. And her name is actually N-I-N. N-I-M-A-H-E-L. Out of Shaker. I'm not seeing that warrant pop up anymore. It was probably.
Is this your writing or is that hers?
That's my writing. I was gonna get her to do it, but she doesn't even want to put the window down. She's being impossible.
See that?
So
Is the warrant for?
no, so
Yeah.
the warrant.
No, that's somebody else. Yeah, that name's got a little Franklin McLean, so that's for somebody else.
For someone else, yeah. Okay. So this is what popped up for her now.
So and then you ran that.
Yeah, because I ran Naya, Macklin, L, and this came back. L, Nin, Nima. Which, checking the photo, looks like her.
What I would do, if you don't mind, I'm going to have her write down her name and date of birth. Tell her we can't find anything by this. I'm going to see if she
Yeah.
write it down and see if she still gives us a fake name.
Yeah, that way we can charge her with that. So I pulled her over, obviously no plate. When I get up close, I realize she's trying to be the sovereign citizen. Trying to get her to identify herself. She refused. We try to get the VIN. The VIN's taped up. Windows are completely tinted. Doesn't want to roll them down. I did ask for her name.
Okay.
She spelled it out for me. It was wrong. I wanted her to write it, but she's, like I said, being difficult. So Rossman's trying to get her to write it down. I got sort of a match for the name that I put in there. She said no.
She won't write anything. I read this all back to her, and she said this is her name, and it's the only name she's ever used. She doesn't have any other name, and has never had an Ohio driver's license.
Okay.
So I spelled it for her and everything, so I think we definitely have enough for the falsification if that's not really her.
Well, the picture looks like her.
But that's not the name she's...
That's not the name, no, yeah. So running this name, it came back to another name.
He found something kind of close, but it's not even that close.
Yeah.
But you have a picture that matches up to her.
It looks like her. It is an African-American woman.
She's only got her window down that far, so it's a little hard to see.
Can't really see her. She's got a hat on as well. So
the windows are completely black.
She wants to speak to a supervisor.
You can have her get out of the car, too.
Grab my gloves. All right, we're gonna have you step out the car. I'm sorry?
I said I'm not stepping out the car. I need to speak to the supervisor.
Supervisor's right here.
Okay, well, I'll speak to him. I don't want to speak to him.
Yeah, come on out. I can talk to you.
Oh, no, I'm not coming outside. I can talk to you right here.
I can't hear you.
I said I'm not coming outside.
You've been ordered out of the car. Do you
You've been
understand
ordered out of the car.
I'm not coming out of the car.
You understand you're going to be placed under arrest if you don't exit the car?
I didn't do anything wrong.
You're being ordered out of the car right now, so step on out.
I'm not stepping out of the car.
Are you refusing to get out of the car?
What did you pull me over for?
Well, I can see a few things. I'm not sure what the other officer pulled you over for. Right now, we're going to have you step on out. This is your final opportunity.
Where's the supervisor?
I'm right here.
What's your name?
Sergeant Mike Daly.
Okay, Sergeant.
Badge number 62.
Okay, so what am I being pulled over for, Sergeant?
I told her the tints and no, they. And
I mean, yes, I have tints, but my car is private, so that's why I'm operating privately.
Okay, for right now, we're going to have you step out of the car. We got the legal right to ask you to step out of the car for a traffic stop, so step on out.
But I didn't do anything wrong.
If not, you're obstructing official business.
Sir, I didn't do anything wrong. So how about you get the sheriff down here instead? Because I want to talk.
Well, sheriff isn't coming down here.
Okay, well, I'm not talking.
You have to step out of the car.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
you don't step out the car, you're gonna be under arrest.
Sir, what did you pull me over for?
I'm not gonna keep explaining
Why
the
are you
same
all
thing to you.
intimidating me?
Huh?
I said, why are you all trying to intimidate me?
We're not trying to intimidate you. I've been trying to cooperate. She's closing the window. She's trying. It's Naya or Nia.
Morning,
At least one. All right. I got hands.
Hey, back up here, back up here. Walk her back to JJ. Keep walking back. JJ, you got hands?
I got hands.
Get up on the sidewalk. Back up. Keep coming back. All right, walk backwards towards my voice. Keep going. Come back. Chris, you got commands? Yeah. Come back. Keep coming back. Right back on the sidewalk. Keep walking back. Walk back. Keep coming. 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 Step to your right. Step to your right. Get down on your knees. Lay down on your stomach and put your hands behind your back. Lay down on your stomach. Put your hands behind your back. You are under arrest. You understand that?
Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
All right, roll over. On your side. Sit up. You're gonna stand on 3. 1, 2, 3. Can we get her over there?
Hey, Drew, can you get, see if Parva's female can come over, pat down?
You got anything on you? Any weapons on you? You got any weapons on you? Spread your feet. Anything in the car we need to know about?
Got anything that's gonna poke me? Stab me? Open your bra, your penis. Something in there? No, I don't like nobody touching me. Okay, well, you'll run from the police. Anything else?
Answer the questions. You got anything else on you?
Sheet for my food.
All right. Take a seat. You got it? That's how. Not bad. Thank you.
You want me to look through that stuff or you got it?
Yeah. I mean.
Another sovereign citizen from Florida fails horribly at sovereign ideology. Here we go again. Another sovereign citizen from Florida, new to the ideology and already failing miserably. Watch as he attempts to navigate the law with his flawed understanding of sovereign citizen beliefs, only to crash and burn. If you're ready for a mix of frustration and entertainment, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Never got one on this most recent charge. Okay.
Let me see.
Mr. Morris, I know Mr. Hill was representing you in the 23-174 case. You're here for an arraignment on the 24 CF49 case. Has your financial circumstances changed?
No, sir.
All right, I'm going to appoint the law officer here, Mark Sims, to represent you in the 24 case.
I go state this to the court.
You raise your right hand and
yes.
now that Mr. Hill is representing you, you probably want to talk to Mr. Hill before you say anything. We're recording this proceeding, so anything you say may be used against you. But I'm listening to whatever you want me to consider.
I'm not real sure what Mr. Morris is trying to claim in that writing right there. Said he's not a citizen and something about a secured.
My name is Alizé Morris, a secured party creditor under the UCC-1 filed in Florida. American national being held in custody in Gulf County, which is not a 14th Amendment citizen of the United States. Not a record. So documentation, which is official records. To state it, I'm the agent of the said principal.
Who wrote that for you?
I did.
Why do you need to read it if you know what you're talking about?
This memory.
Okay. Tell me what the 14th Amendment says.
That you were considered a slave under the 14th Amendment.
That who's considered a slave? I'm not a slave.
No, the incarcerated person. This if you commit a crime.
Okay. Doesn't say if you commit a crime.
Or yeah.
That's not what it reads.
I got the 14th Amendment really wasn't in the book.
What book?
The book that we had in the back.
What book do you have in the back?
It's a law book.
What law book is it?
Florida statute book. Yes.
So the 14th Amendment isn't in the Florida statutes? That's because it's an amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know what the 14th Amendment reads?
The 14th Amendment reads not off on the top. Not off. That's why written.
What else do you want me to consider?
That I'm a secure party creditor under the UCC-1.
Tell me what the UCC-1 reads.
I wish I had my documentation in front of me to present it all the way. I wish I had someone here that was supposed to be here so I can have it.
I asked you who wrote that for you. You said you did.
I wrote it. Yes.
So do you know what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell me what the UCC-1 reads.
It's the Uniform Commercial Code filed with the Secretary of State or within the entities under the contract with the Secretary of the State to maintain uniform commercial code records and database of judgment liens maintained by the Secretary of State.
Now tell me what UCC-1 reads.
It's a statement and it's a financial.
You don't know what the UCC-1 reads, do you?
Not on top.
You're not prepared. You're not prepared this morning with your sovereign citizen argument. You needed some additional time to prepare.
Yes, sir.
I'll give you some additional time to prepare your sovereign citizen argument. When do you want to come back?
I would ask that he's got two cases. I know one we've got already got the discovery on that I need to go meet with him at the jail and go over. Being at the jail, I can find time between now and May 9th to go to the jail and take care of that.
All right, Mr. Morrison, you come back. Usually when sovereign citizens come in the courtroom, at least they can recite from memory a lot of the stuff they travel under. So next time you want to come with your sovereign citizen argument, be prepared, okay? I'll listen to you, but be prepared.
Yes.
But you're not doing justice to your fellow traveling nationals who consider themselves sovereign citizens if you're not prepared to even articulate what the argument is, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you May 9th at 1:30.
Today.
Be prepared next time, all right?
Yes, sir.
It should have a constitution in the back so you can read the 14th Amendment and be able to tell me what it reads. And
what it says right here. What is date?
we're gonna May 9th at 1:30.
Machine into a contract.
That's not a contract. That's giving you notice that you're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
come back.
Just making sure.
You're fine. I'm not going to query you about what a contract is, but we'll talk about whatever you want me to consider next time.
This young man appears to be new to the sovereign citizen ideology, relying on a script in a poor attempt to defend himself, despite being assigned a lawyer. Even the lawyer seems confused by his sovereign citizen arguments, showing how detached these claims are from real legal principles. It's a clear example of how unprepared and misguided individuals can be when they embrace this movement, especially in a courtroom setting. Border Patrol versus sovereign citizen truck driver, heated checkpoint clash.
Get up too old for this. How you doing?
How's it going?
Hold on, let me get up there first and I'll talk to you. United States citizen, sir? Yes?
I'm going to opt out.
Well, the thing is, before we can proceed with immigration inspection, if you are, that's fine. I don't really care if you're German or whatever, but are you legally in the United States?
I'm not answering questions.
Okay, then we have to go ahead and take you in. I know you're recording. We'll take you in, identify you, and then you can proceed.
So you're detaining me?
Yes, sir.
That under what probable cause?
On the probable cause, that 18 U.S.C. 111.
What does that say?
Okay, first of all, let me proceed here real quick. Do you have anybody else in you?
There's nobody here.
Nobody here?
111.
Okay.
What?
Can you call and text for the truck real quick? The thing is, hold on. Let me go ahead with my information. First of all, the primary age. Is this your truck or is it a company truck?
It's a company truck.
Okay. Registered to the same owner?
Yes.
Swift?
Yes.
Out of Arizona. Okay.
Code 18111 is about impeding me or injuring a federal officer. I've not done that.
Well, the thing is, sir, now that you're actually taking me away from my job.
That's because you're choosing to keep me here.
Yes, I am.
That's
you know
your
why?
choice. That's your choice.
You know why?
Yes.
Because I asked you a simple question. You're a United States citizen.
But prior to
I'm asking, right?
prior to our encounter,
yeah.
there was no probable cause to even stop me. So any further search is invalid.
No, sir, you're incorrect. You know very well this is a immigration inspection.
Yes.
As a trucker, interstate trucker,
yes.
You're aware that at southern borders, California, Arizona, we have checkpoints.
Yes.
Right? And you know that they're going to ask you questions.
You're asking everyone questions.
Yes, every single one. Everybody that you see before you and that camera can see will actually do that.
I'm gonna say make 3 statements. Okay. I'm not asking you. I know these are true. Your establishment is here lawfully. Yes.
Yes, it is.
You're asking me these questions here lawfully.
Yes.
Yes. I'm obligated to answer them. No.
This guy has no idea what he's doing. Arguing with a Border Patrol officer like this is a terrible idea. It's definitely not going to end well for him.
Well, no,
I am not.
That's not correct.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not correct.
Any 18 code that you say is subordinate
to the U.S. Are you an immigration
U.S.
inspection, sir?
Excuse me?
Are you an immigration inspector?
No.
No? Then you're a truck driver.
Any
what were your prior job before this, if I might ask? God, man, I'm getting late.
Any code that you follow is subordinate to the U.S. Constitution. Okay, so my Fourth Amendment is unalienable.
What is the Fourth Amendment, if you can tell me?
It regards search and seizure. And
I'm not seizing you, or actually,
you just said you were detaining me.
Yes, I'm detaining. That's not a seizure. Do you know what a seizure means?
You're seizing.
You know what a seizure means?
Like confiscating.
Yes, taking away that you're no longer.
But the search part.
The search part is not a search. I'm just asking you a simple question.
Why am I being detained?
Because we're asking a question.
You don't have probable cause. I don't have to answer that. You understand? I don't have to answer the questions.
You do.
No, I don't.
Then I'm going to ask you 2 questions.
If I'm breaking the law, then arrest me.
Oh, you will be detained. Okay.
Arrest me then if I
You're
break the law.
being detained.
I'm not getting out of the truck. I don't consent, and I'm not getting out of the truck. Look, man.
Before I fall, I don't want to break your glass.
As long as you don't grab me.
Close it. Can you close this one? Open it. I don't want to break your glass. We're not gonna open it.
What is that for?
Go ahead, put it down. Put it back.
No.
I need you.
Hey, man.
Don't break your glass. I don't want to break your glass.
Look, man. I should be able to travel down these roads without being stopped. All right. I need you to get off the window.
No, because you're gonna close it. You go.
I
need a camera.
I'm.
This guy is refusing to go in and cooperate, so I'm gonna need to take him out of the car.
I'd rather you not touch me or be forced to do anything.
Well, you will be extracted from this vehicle, sir, unless I'm satisfied with the immigration inspection. Do you understand? Do you understand?
That's
yes or
illegal.
no? We can stop here. We can
illegal.
go up the north. You can actually keep on going north on your way and proceed, or we can go ahead and remove you by force and identify you, sir. Do you understand?
You want my driver's license?
No, I just need you're American citizen.
Now, let's say that I just answer your question. What does that...
It just means that, yes, you are, and you can go to your immigration inspection.
What
This
if I-
isn't an immigration...
What if I was lying? What if someone lies?
Sir.
It all just falls apart when you...
Okay,
start
are you
doing
lying
that.
to me?
I
So
don't-
then
I'm not
my probable cause just...
I'm not answering your question is the thing. I'm not
Then, okay,
answering the
I'm gonna
question.
ask you-
So you don't have probable cause to begin with
Yes, I do.
prior to the encounter.
The conversation was real simple, sir.
No, it wasn't. It was,
Yes.
should have never happened in the first place.
Okay. If you have not gone through here, then it will be fine. My question to you, we can stop this right now.
So you're
You
saying...
can proceed northbound if you answer my question. Until I'm satisfied with my immigration inspection, then we're fine.
My answer to your question
Then I'm going to have to extract you
is that
by force
under what cause?
under 18 U.S.C. 111.
What does that say?
You're impeding, sir.
No, I'm not.
You're impeding my,
No, I'm
my
not.
jurisdiction.
Have you
sir.
sustained any injuries?
Not yet.
That's
I will.
Then I am not violating that code.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Sir, I'm asking you one last time, sir. We're recording this as well.
That's okay. I've not broken any laws.
Then you're going to be extracted.
I'm
I'll
going to be
read this to
extracted.
you real quick, sir. I'll read this to you.
What is that?
18 U.S.C. 111, assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers or employees, which is me. Forcibly, agents, assaults, resists, opposes, impedes, intimidates, or interferes with any person designed in section 1114 of the title while engaged in or an account of a performance of his official duties. That's where we're at now.
I'm not interfering with that.
Okay,
You're
or
keeping-
intimidations
you're
of any
keeping me
person
here on your own
formerly
accord.
served as a person designated on section 1114 on the account of the performance of the official duties during such person's term of service shall, where the acts in violation of this section constitute only simple assault, be fined under title or imprisoned no more than 1 year. Okay? Oh, you talked to this guy before? What was his status before? Hey, you recognize this guy?
No.
You don't? Okay. It would have made it easier if you didn't. The Immigration Naturalization Act, CFR 8 and 22 federal policies and landmarks, U.S. Supreme Court decisions grant Border Patrol agents the authority to conduct checkpoint operations. Motorists should not be permitted to proceed until agents are satisfied with inspection procedures. Okay? This is a U.S. Patrol checkpoint, and I'm attempting to conduct an immigration inspection under Section 287A3 of the Immigration Nationalization Act, INA.
I have not broken any laws.
The Supreme Court has ruled under U.S. versus Martinez-Cortez 1976 that the U.S. Border Patrol has authority to set up permanent or fixed checkpoints on public highways leading to or away from the Mexican border, and that these checkpoints are not violation of the Fourth Amendment.
Yes.
You are being ordered to move out of your vehicle to secondary inspection, which you already are, to allow us to complete the immigration inspection. That's what I was trying to get you to do. If you do not move your vehicle, which you did already, you can be arrested under 18 U.S.C. 111. However, if the motorist refuses to exit the vehicle, agents will use the amount of force necessary to effect the arrest and enforce compliance to the lawful order, including removing the driver from the vehicle. The vehicle should be searched, incident to arrest, and moved to secondary inspection to allow resumptions.
And all
the
of this
checkpoint.
is based on probable cause. Right?
This
You
is the
have no
United States
probable
Border
cause.
Patrol checkpoint, and I'm attempting to conduct an immigration inspection on Section 287A3 of the Immigration Nationalization Act. Okay, so I'm asking you right now.
I want you to know that as a person driving down a U.S.
I
highway,
can't hear you guys pick up the trucks.
I want you to know that I'm very frightened right now
Why?
because
Would you talk to me only?
you're this big gigantic group of people is.
Do you know
very
why they're
frightening.
here, sir?
Because everybody
Because-
has a mortgage to pay.
Negative. You're driving because you have a mortgage to pay.
Yeah.
We have a job to do. And under Section 287,
And
this is a checkpoint. I'm asking you, sir, for your cooperation. This is the last time, sir.
I've cooperated as much
No.
as I need to.
I'm not satisfied with my immigration inspection. I'm a supervisor. I'm in charge of the checkpoint.
You're not supervised.
I'm asking you this
because-
last time. Cooperate or you be extracted
I
out of
am
the vehicle.
cooperating.
All right. So I'm asking you.
I am cooperating.
Okay, are you going to step out of the vehicle and talk to me, or are we going to have to extract you out of this vehicle? This is all being recorded from both phones, your phone and my phone.
I don't want to be extracted from my
Okay,
vehicle.
are you going to go ahead? Are you going to go ahead and cooperate, sir?
You want me to go inside?
No, I need you to talk to me. Are you a United States citizen? Simple, yes or no?
That makes no difference to me traveling down a road.
Okay, I need you to step out of the vehicle, sir.
I will not. I don't. Really?
Sir, I'm telling you right now.
Hey, man.
I swear to God.
No, I'm not going to hurt
Okay.
anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone. Why are
Okay.
y'all doing this?
Because
Let
I'm
me
asking
go.
you, sir.
I just want to go.
No,
I just
you are
want
going
to
after
go.
I'm complete with my inspection.
So
Go
you're-
ahead, open the door, sir.
I will not.
Open the door or I'll break this glass.
Dude,
Are you still recording this? Open this door or I'll break this glass, sir.
I have not done anything wrong.
I'm asking you. You're failing to go ahead and cooperate,
What have I done
sir.
wrong? What
You failed to
laws have I
cooperate
broken?
And actually the immigration
I
inspection, sir.
I just want to go down the road
You
freely.
will after I'm complete with my immigration inspection.
I
Do
just
you
want-
understand?
I don't like these intimidations.
It's
I
not
haven't done-
intimidation, it's
yes,
the law.
it is. It's not the
I'll
law.
count you 3 and I will break this glass.
Don't break the glass, man.
1, open the door. 2,
I haven't done anything wrong.
open the door. Open the door.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Open the door.
I'm not breaking any laws.
Open the door.
Man,
I don't
fuck,
want to
man.
break the glass.
Don't
Open
do
the
it,
door.
man. It's not even my truck.
I know, well then open the door.
Man, this is absurd. I
It
can't
is.
believe you would do this.
I will. Open the door. It's not the first one I've done.
I'm a bet, but I have not broken any laws.
Then open the door, sir.
I've not broken any laws, man.
How many times do I have to repeat myself? Open the door.
I don't want to get out of the truck. I haven't broken any laws. I haven't done
broken this
anything
law,
wrong.
sir. Section
No, I
27.
haven't. No, I haven't.
Go ahead.
I haven't broken any
Open the
laws.
door.
I've complied as much as I need to.
Stand back.
No.
Stand back.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Judge Oakley's warning, trying to save a stubborn sovereign citizen. In this intense courtroom showdown, Judge Oakley tries to reason with a sovereign citizen who refuses to acknowledge the legal system. Watch as the judge gives a stern warning while the sovereign citizen stands firm in their beliefs. Will reason prevail, or will stubbornness take over? Tune in to see how this tense exchange unfolds and get a behind-the-scenes look at how these situations play out in real courtrooms.
All right, appearances for the township. Have a seat, make yourself comfortable. All right, so Mr. Crucell, you filed a number of motions. I'm going to let you pick which one you want to deal with first.
Well, this emergency motion stay needs to be addressed immediately, requesting the judicial license and the process violation.
Okay, just hold off with the argument. Hold off with the argument. The question was, what do you want to start with? Okay, so you filed something Friday. I took a quick look at it today. Is that any different than the motion to stay that you filed previously?
This is just bringing the fact that all the motions I have filed.
Is that a yes or no, Mr. Crucell?
Well, it's covering all the judicial license.
Okay, listen to my question. Is it any different than the last motion to stay proceedings you filed? Okay, just give me what you've added since the last one, because this one I haven't had a chance to read fully. The first one I read fully.
I just have the same straight feet on you didn't give a shit about what I had to say.
Okay, hold on. Listen, Mr. Crucell, this is going to be a very long day for you if you don't listen to my questions and answer my questions. That was in the original motion to stay proceedings. I've asked you to give me whatever's new in this motion.
New stuff covers just Gene Green telling me to sue the Secretary of State rather than addressing the due process violations in my case.
Okay, stop right there. How does that lead to why this should be stopped today?
All of this is stemming from where all of this should have been stopped. a while ago. And said,
That's not the way it works. Mr. Crisell, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. That's the last time you're going to interrupt me today without a contempt of court charge. Is that clear?
Your Honor,
Is that clear?
prosecution against me this entire time. No one has made her answer that.
One more word, and it's contempt of court. It's $100 a contempt, and if I get totally fed up with it, then I'm putting you in jail. Okay? Just because she and I happen to agree on the law as it applies to your case doesn't mean we're in collusion. It's possible that you're wrong. At least accept the possibility that she and I have the same opinion about something. That doesn't mean we're colluding. You understand that concept? Do you understand that concept?
You're supposed to be impartial.
I am impartial. I've been trying to save you. Just because I agree with the prosecutor doesn't mean I'm against you. It just means I agree with the prosecutor.
So it means if you're agreeing with that, definitely means that you guys are lying against us.
So that means in any case, when I buy the arguments from one side, that means I'm colluding against the other.
You're agreeing.
Yes or no, Mr. Crisell? No, you have to answer my question. Contempt number one, $100. Answer my question. Every time I rule in favor of one side, does that mean I'm colluding against the other? Yes or no? $200. Yes or no? Because I can do this all damn day. And when I get tired of this game, then I tell them to put you in custody because it's contempt of court, criminal contempt in my view.
Yes.
It is. All right. So now, any argument you make from there, I'm going to deny because that's an unreasonable position you're taking. Judges, by definition, have to decide in favor of one party or the other. That's what we do.
When you made that statement, you were making.
What statement is that?
It was.
I thought we were talking about Judge Green's SOS statement.
When you made this statement that you were setting aside my American Travis, saying that you're saying that the prosecutor, the township, and his court all see things the same way, setting that aside, not even allowing me to make my argument. So you were aligning yourself with the prosecution on the argument of my way and setting it aside and what you were doing.
Mr. Crisell, what I was doing was aligning myself with the law as I see it and interpret it. Stop. You can't just shake your head. You don't just disagree with me and move on. If you don't like a ruling from a judge, you have to appeal that ruling. You don't keep arguing with the ruling. That's not the way the process works. Listen, brother, listen. I have tried to save you from yourself. If you remember the first time you were in my courtroom, I tried to get you to see things the way the process was going to move forward. Because, dude, this process is going forward the way I want it to move forward. You might not like that, but I'm in charge of the courtroom. And at the end of the day, if you don't like anything I do, you can appeal me. That's why they have circuit courts. But I'm not going to let you make this a dog and pony show, especially when we've got jurors here.
Dog and pony show. This court has failed to let me make any of my statements, any of my cases. You even were trying to threaten me with contempt. Anytime I tried.
I am threatening you with contempt.
My objections on the record to make my case. So you're
No, because third contempt. Do not interrupt me. When I said your objections don't mean shit to me is because you were using the word objection inappropriately. You objected every time I disagreed with you. If you have an objection, you have to have a legal basis for the objection. For example, she's trying to put a video into evidence. And you say, I object, Judge. She hasn't laid a proper foundation because all she said is, Judge, I've got a video. I'd like to play it for the jury. That's a proper legal objection. When I rule in her favor and you say I object and I say, what's your objection? And you just disagree with me, that's not a legal objection. That's why I said your objections mean shit to me because you're not using the word appropriately. Because you don't know what you're doing. That's what I tried to tell you originally the first time you were here. You've never been to law school. You've never tried a case. You don't know the rules of evidence and all the other things that have to be in play to have a trial go forward appropriately, properly, and to be perfectly honest, in your best interest.
And Your Honor, again, you're trying to spin this here.
I'm not spinning.
My objection is based on you stopping me, not allowing me to do it. And that's when you told me my objection to be.
Okay. All right. So let's do it this way. What motion would you like to address first? The motion to postpone? Denied. I'm not denying the jury trial.
especially with the jurisdiction she's now. Once it's on the why it's on the prosecutor to prove those things. There's all sorts of irregularities.
All right, let me stop you for a minute. What do you mean you're not going to proceed? You're here.
Everything is taking place now shows exactly that there is enough to show. You're supposed you need to keep sure.
Once again, you're not answering the question I asked. You just said you will not participate, and I asked, what do you mean by that?
Fair trial.
I'm not asking you to explain your reasoning. I want to know, what does that mean? I'm not going to proceed with this. You're here. So when I impanel the jury, what? You're just going to sit there and not going to talk? What does it mean when you say you're not going to participate?
And go through until these things get addressed. All of my issues that have been ignored this entire time, especially excluding people.
Once again, if you accept the motion and I deny it, it's been addressed. You might not like the way it's been addressed, but then you have to appeal it.
That's the point of me being able to get all my objections.
All right, what's your objection? What's your objection to me denying your motion to postpone this trial at the last minute?
I'd like to put on the record that if whatever you would like to do from there, you can, because I don't until these things. Like I said,
Hold on. Is this statement preceding all these motions you filed? Okay, then let me make my ruling on all of them. I think there's a motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction, correct? Okay. Would you like to respond to that one? Because I think that's already been addressed.
Speaker, please arrested Mr. Crusoe while he was in Huron Township. 34th District Court has jurisdiction over offenses that occur within the township, both civil and criminal. This is criminal and
Did you appeal Judge Green's decision on that motion?
I'm investigating because I've been in contact with the appeals.
Okay, so there's no appeal filed yet, correct? I'll take that as a yes. There's no appeal filed. That motion is denied then. She made the ruling. You don't get to ask me to make the same ruling. Once again, don't interrupt me because I can go to 4 real quick. Judge Green, a judge in this court, ruled on that exact motion and denied your motion. That motion has not yet been appealed, and it certainly doesn't get appealed to me. Is that clear?
Yes.
Thank you. Next motion. Motion to...
The judge can't just come in here and say that there's...
Yes, the judge can. Listen to me. Then appeal her to circuit court.
This guy has no idea what he's gotten himself into. Rejecting a lawyer and sticking to his sovereign citizen ideology is definitely not going to work in his favor.
A judge made a ruling. You don't get to keep arguing that same motion.
All she said was that Judge Martin was setting aside and that I should go sue the Secretary of State. The things that she's claiming and saying were never said to me. And I have all the recordings and they were submitted to the court. These things were never said to me. And then she comes here and makes these accusations and saying that the judge said this, the judge said that.
Fine. Then I'll say the same. I'll say the same thing to you. Listen to me. Here, on your motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction, denied. By me, you can appeal me. Because the reason she stated, the Township of Huron issued you a citation. This court has jurisdiction over citations issued by the Township of Huron. So for that reason, I'm prepared to move forward and adjudicate that citation. Is that clear enough so you can appeal my decision?
Fine.
Okay. Next one up is motion to reconsider for bias and judicial misconduct. Denied. Would you like me to clarify that in any way?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Then guess what? The Court of Appeals can overturn me because I'm not biased to you. You might not like the way I talk to you. You might not like the things I say to you, but I'm not biased against you. Believe it or not, brother, I would like to save you from what's going to happen today. I really would. Because here's my, dude, let me talk. You have turned what should be a fairly minor misdemeanor and civil infraction situation into a huge mess. I don't think it's going to end well for you. I tried to save you from that the first day you were here when I tried to convince you to have some conversation with a court-appointed attorney, and you didn't want to do all that. I know in my heart of hearts, I have no ill feeling towards you whatsoever. And I'm going to give you the best trial I can give you today if you decide to participate. But I am not going to let you drag things in front of this jury that I determine are not relevant, because that's my job as the gatekeeper at the judge over the trial. I'm not going to let you get into a bunch of arguments that I think are just going to cloud issues if I don't think they're relevant. That's my job as the judge, not because I don't like Mr. Crucell. It's because my job as a judge is to run this trial efficiently and effectively. And I'm going to do that. And if I do that, I anticipate I'm going to step all over your toes and your beliefs. But that doesn't mean I don't like you or I have bias against you. So I am denying your motion to recuse myself. Anything else you want to put on the record so you can appeal that decision? Once again, stop. That's an improper use of an objection. What you want to say is, I disagree with that, which is fine. That's why you appeal it to the circuit court. But it's not an objection. What's your legal objection to my ruling? That's not a legal objection to a ruling. That's not a legal objection. So that's two motions down. The next one is motion for relief from judgment. I'm assuming that's Judge Martin's decision to set aside your defaults. All right. Do you really want me to grant that motion? Because if I grant your motion, that means the default that was set aside, defaults that were set aside are reinstated. Is that really what you want today?
Well, listen, the thing is,
Mr. Crucell, yes or no? You filed a motion asking me to set aside a decision that was made. Do you really want me to set that decision aside? Because that means those civil infractions are then in default and they're done. Is that a yes or no? Yes or no? Do you want me to set aside those default, do you want me to set aside the default set-asides? Do you want me to reinstate those default judgments? Then I'll deny that motion. All right. You filed something called Notice of Constitutional Rights, which I didn't see anything where it required me to make any decisions or anything else. You're just letting me know that you're standing on the Constitution? So am I. All right. The emergency stay we dealt with. You also file an affidavit of non-consent. You didn't need to file paperwork for me to know you didn't consent with the proceedings, but I got the message there. Was that the only message I was supposed to get out of that document?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't need a preachy moment. I just want to make sure I wasn't supposed to get anything else out of that affidavit other than you don't like the process that we're involved in. Next thing I had on my list was affidavit of non-consent. Oh, excuse me. Motion for judicial notice. What does that judicial notice of what?
Certain terms that this prosecutor keeps trying to use and apply in this case that are not the lawful terminology being used. Okay.
For example.
You use motor vehicle.
Okay. Motor vehicles pretty much a term of art in our business.
Law differences between how it's being used. Absolutely.
Well, then you can make those arguments, but you can't tell her she can't use that phrase. Yeah, but I'm not the trier of fact. So if you want to make an argument to the jury that her use of the term motor vehicle is improper, you can make that argument. Is that what you're concerned about? Is you're not going to be able to make the argument?
Yes.
You get what stuff on the record?
Filings.
Well, I can guarantee you're not getting all these filings on the record because the jury has no reason to know about all your motions.
All of this has to go. Everything's taking place.
No.
Exactly.
No, that's not the way it works, Mr. Crucell. No, Mr. Crucell. All right, listen, brother, listen. You don't get to tell me what my job is. I've been doing it for 25 years. Listen. Well, then that's why they have appellate courts for the fourth or fifth time. I decide what this jury gets to see today. I decide. That is, by definition, the role of the judge at a jury trial. I get to decide what goes in front of that jury. If you don't like the decisions I make, you appeal those decisions. That's the way it works. What this jury has to decide today is whether or not you violated the township ordinance on that date. Hold on. None of these legal arguments about whether or not I should recuse myself or whether or not you notice me up for constitutional rights, none of that has to go to that jury. And none of it's going to.
And that's my issue with trying and my emergency stop, motion to stop this.
I already ruled on that.
Certain back, acknowledge my motions for my next travel. Nothing to do.
Once again, I'm not trying to, I'm doing my function as a gatekeeper for a jury trial. I'm deciding what's relevant and what's not. And you can disagree with me that all day long. But we're going to do it, once again, we're going to do it my way. You can appeal me. I've been appealed before. I'll probably be appealed before I retire again. It's okay. That's the way the process is set up. I encourage you to appeal me. All right? I am open-minded enough to think that perhaps my mindset about your whole travel, whole thing, maybe that's all wrong. So a circuit court judge can tell me I'm wrong. But so far, and I've ruled this way a number of times on the traveling issue, nobody's ever appealed me to lead to a circuit court judge to tell me I'm wrong. But I'm open to that idea.
I said, well, you just keep, each judge has done the same thing. They just keep setting aside and acting like it doesn't exist, not allowing me to make my case, which is violating my rights to be able to produce my case in my evidence.
What's your case that traveling doesn't mean operating?
I was having the fact that this court's violated my due process rights in every way, the judicial bias and the fact.
All right, then appeal me. But today we're having a jury trial.
Participating in an unlawful jury trial, and I think that late statement I need to get on the record.
Right, but hold on a minute. Once again, I want to know what that means. You're not participating.
Not participating in a jury in a trial where there's clear bias in this court against it.
Okay.
It violates my rights to a fair trial. 100%. And you want to keep overlooking. No, I know they make you seem like they're not a big deal. And
no, your rights are a really big deal.
Obviously not, because if you can sit there and say that the things that are happening, the things you're saying, and just try to give these excuses, I just because I'm pretty sure on this, you are aligning yourself with the prosecutor on my right to trial, completely setting aside, not allowing me.
Mr. Purcell, no, I'm not. Listen to me. No, it's not. Listen to me. Listen to me. She could step out of the room, and I still think your travel argument is bullshit. Traveling. The right to travel was when you did it by Shanks Mare. Then appeal me. That's my decision. Appeal me. When you're driving a motorized vehicle or traveling in a motorized vehicle, that brings all those ordinances into play. That's my legal ruling. Appeal it. I encourage you to do that. But that whole traveling argument, which, dude, I've been through that argument a whole lot more than you have. Trust me, in the last 25 years, I've had that argument a lot. Traveling as you try to apply it meant you could not be stopped by the government from walking from one venue to another. But when we got motorized, then the rules kicked in.
Rulings from the American Jurisprudence side that literally stated that yes, first of all, you're allowed, and including automobiles, as long as one does not interfere with another's rights. And this is something that's been established to be secure.
Then appeal me. Take that precedent and appeal me.
As well.
Okay, that's your right. I'm not trying to stop you from doing any of that stuff. I'm just trying to stop you from bogging down this jury with stuff that I've determined is not appropriate today.
Because just because you're determining it based off of what though? That's what I'm saying. All these things are relevant and they are accurate.
They're relevant to you. They're not relevant to me. I've made the decision. I have made the decision. I made that decision months ago and you didn't appeal that.
I mean, the process
which is not an appeal.
Is an extreme, lawyer when there is bullshit that you can't do that.
Absolutely, I do that.
100%.
No. Listen to me. Listen to me. If I don't hold you to the same standard I hold her to, then I'm treating you differently than her. How is that unbiased and impartial? You've decided to engage yourself in this venue, in this arena. That means you got to know the jury structure. Yes, you have.
I'm forced to be here.
But you didn't have to do it. You didn't have to do it as an untrained layperson. You had free access to qualified, competent legal counsel. They're still here. There's one right there behind you. He's still ready to help you. You chose to do this yourself. That means you've got to know the court rules. You've got to know the statutes and the ordinances. You've got to know the rules of evidence. And if I help you through those lapses in your knowledge base, that's not fair to the prosecutor. Then I'm taking sides. And now I'm not going to let her walk all over you and try to trick you because you don't know some of those rules and statutes. But I am absolutely going to require you to know what you're doing because you've chosen to do it. That doesn't show bias. That shows impartiality.
There is no partial anything. And I have the.
Once again, Mr. Crusoe, that's your opinion. No, it's your interpretation of the facts. So you have to appeal my decisions. And look, dude, the fact that you're not in a jail cell right now shows how impartial I am.
When officers. Literally pulled up to meet my wife days before any of this even happened and talked to us about the traveling. Even told me I was well within my rights. Gave me every clarification that I was well within my lawful rights. This was all a retaliatory thing from the beginning. And then even when the chief called me, he even called me trying to overread. I was like, what's that overread? And then he goes to the motor vehicle. And then he tried to get me to not pursue legal matters. And then he's mad at me. And then the day that I filed for my body cam, I'm getting removed from here on a Little League.
And stop. Hold on. I don't doubt that it is. But I think we got into this a little bit the first time you were here. And I told you, that's not proper for this venue. If you want to complain about the way the Huron Township Police Department handled this, you can file a civil lawsuit against them if you want to. But what's in front of me is one civil infraction and 2 misdemeanors. That's what's in front of me.
Oh, every time I found to make my case, the courts keep setting all my stuff and not allowing me to be heard.
Because I'm going to make decisions based on the facts. That jury hopefully is going to make decisions based on the facts that are presented.
How can there be facts if this court continues to not allow me to get my facts?
Because the facts you want to get into, what facts do you want to get into? The chief had some conversation with you?
It's not even just that. I mean, well, yeah, regardless, I have all of that to cover too. The fact that my offense, based off what I was doing, I didn't have to produce any of that. It just keeps all just thrown aside. Every single and just not even trying to acknowledge any of it.
So hold on. I don't understand. Hold on. You want to be able to testify to this jury?
No, it's not. I'm not testifying. That's what I'm saying. It's the amount of traditional bias in this case.
I'm done hearing about bias. You need to appeal me. I don't feel I have bias.
Well, I don't feel that I would have a fair trial here with everything that's been taking place. Why I filed policy? Why I did.
And I've denied all these things.
Well, of course you can deny it. Again, showing them again that this.
Once again, Mr. Crusoe, just because I disagree with you doesn't mean I'm biased against you. Maybe I just think you're wrong. Is it possible we could have a difference of opinion?
Tina Green told me that she was just not announcing myself because the Secretary of State will make sure I do this. Isn't a big deal. I'm showing.
I'm not going to.
It's no impartial sport here.
I've never brought a Secretary of State, have I?
So this is where this all stems from. These are the things I've been trying to get noticed. This thing talked about.
What do you want getting noticed that we're not getting noticed?
The fact that this is collusion.
It is not collusion. What? All right, listen. What are you going to do today? Because I'm ready to bring the jury, and I've denied all. Stop! I've denied all your motions. I'm ready to set the trial. Are you not going to be here?
Again, Your Honor, hasn't established nothing is even put in here, right? And especially regarding the jurisdiction stuff.
Once again, we're at $300 now. We're going to $400. I'm going to ask you the question again. I'm ready to call the jury. Are you going to leave?
There's no way they're going to be a fair trial here.
That didn't answer my question. I need to know how I'm going to proceed, because we can have the trial if you just sit there. I'll just tell the jury you've decided to represent yourself and you might not say anything today. So that's the way you want to go with the trial.
So it's against that.
Okay.
And everything is on the record.
Okay. Okay. No, let's on the record as you feel they should be.
I brought the sites that I left the sites at home and bringing up the person's jurisdiction.
And hold on. Once again, I want to just, because he just walked in the room. Once again, I want to let you know there's a very competent, experienced legal attorney here, defense attorney here, that's more than willing to help you with this if you want his help.
Well, the court actually ruled we're supposed to be.
And that ain't gonna happen.
Well, anybody showing you were supposed to recuse yourself. It's in the book.
And I don't think I've shown bias. That's what we keep. Once again, you and I disagree. That's okay. That's America. You have to appeal me. You don't just keep to argue. You don't get to argue the same thing over and over and over until I agree with you. That's not going to happen. I know I am not biased towards you. I also know that your ideas of how the law applies in mine are vastly different. But because I'm in the black robe and I'm in charge of this trial today, my ruling stands until a circuit court judge or some higher court tells me I'm wrong. That's just the reality of it.
That's what I have to do. Because clearly this court's not going to rule it the way it's supposed to. Not going to stand by your judicial.
Not by your definition, I'm not.
The Secretary of State, Attorney General, and sent to you. I've never heard anything. I don't even know if you're lawfully allowed to concede it. You can say that again. It needs to be proven on the record.
No, it doesn't need to be proven on the record. Show me a statute or a court rule in Michigan that says I got to prove that. Statute, Michigan statute or Michigan court rule says I've got to do that.
You know, I have it in there. My father was in this motion.
So you're such a great legal scholar.
MCL 168.420 and MCL 168.467 mandates that the judge must file a rule with the state, and you provide it when asked. That is what you have to ensure.
Okay, then I don't have it. You can file that motion to dismiss with the circuit court. But we're having a trial today.
We're going to have Bob Williams participate in a trial that's going to be impartial against me, right? It's going to be completely. There is no impartiality that is supposed to be here. There cannot be a fair trial for all of the amounts of evidence that I have.
Okay. Anything else you want to put on the record before I call the jury in?
Yeah, lengthy statement I would love to put on the record before we get.
How lengthy?
It's.
Go ahead.
Respectfully,
just so you know, you're putting this on the record. You're putting this on the record. I'm not listening. Showcase the record.
Your Honor, Judge Oak, I respectfully assert this court has failed to motions by the files of the case. Yeah, well, then so she can make.
Thank you.
I respectfully assert this court has failed to address the critical motions I filed in this case, including a motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction, a motion to recuse for bias, and a motion for relief from judgment. These motions have raised significant concerns about the court's jurisdiction, judicial bias, and violations of due process under both the Michigan Constitution and the U.S. Constitution, particularly the 5th and 14th Amendments. I have also submitted affidavits and motions, including an affidavit of truth and an affidavit of rebuttal regarding the traffic stop by Officer Merrill, which is connected to this case on August 21st, 2023. Citation number 24HR 10143, which this court also ignored. These documents directly challenge the jurisdiction of the state in this court, and failure to address them constitute a violation of due process rights. Additionally, I have filed an affidavit not consent, a motion for judicial notice, a motion for clarification of accuser, none of which may now apply to court. In Marbury v. Madison 5 U.S. 137, the U.S. Supreme Court clearly established that any law repugnant to the Constitution is void. I believe the action or lack thereof of the court violate fundamental constitutional principles. In Murdoch versus
sovereign citizens often misuse the Constitution by taking it out of context. For example, they frequently cite Penn versus Murdoch, which has nothing to do with the right to travel. It's actually about taxes and religious freedoms, with no mention of cars. Remember, automobiles didn't exist when the Constitution was written, so the right to travel doesn't imply a right to drive. While the Constitution does protect the right to travel, it refers to the ability to move freely between states without a state denying entry or imposing a fee. Sovereign citizens often distort these principles to support their misconceptions, misinterpreting the Constitution to justify their misguided beliefs.
Pennsylvania 319 U.S. 105, the court reaffirmed that no state may impose fees or penalties for exercising a constitutional right. And Thompson v. Smith 155 reinforced that the fundamental right to travel freely without undue interference. Additionally, Title V USC 556D, 557, and 706 require that any judicial or administrative proceeding be fair, free from bias, and based on factual evidence. I have serious concerns that this court has disregarded this evidence. I have serious concern this court has disregarded these principles, given its pattern of dismissing my motions and statements made by Your Honor, who has stated on record that we see things the same way, referring to the prosecutor, township, state, and this court. This admission clearly demonstrates judicial bias and lack of impartiality, which undermines the fairness of these proceedings. It is also significant that Judge Tina Green has admitted in court that the Secretary of State is influencing the rulings, stating that the court is required to enforce certain rulings because of the Secretary of State makes them do so. This further demonstrates that this court is not acting as an impartial judicial body, but is enforcing motor vehicle codes and other rulings based on external directives rather than applying the law independently. The Secretary of State is an executive branch agency, and his influence over judicial proceedings is a violation of the separation of powers and the constitutional right to an independent, fair trial. Furthermore, there is clear evidence of collusion between the court, prosecutor, Huron Township, including the Huron Township Police Department. I have submitted body cam footage highlighting violations of department policies by several officers, including Officer Merrill, Officer Sysai, Officer Smith, and Chief Everett Robbins. These violations occurred even after Sergeant Price confirmed that my activities were lawful. Yet this court continues to overlook these crucial facts. Officer Merrill's traffic stops of both myself and my wife are connected to the ongoing retaliation against me and my family, which has compounded the bias and misconduct in this case. Additionally, I have requested Your Honor's oath of office through an affidavit of fact, registration statement, demand request pursuant to the Foreign Agent Registration Act of 1938, and anti-bribery statement request, and I have received no response. This lack of response raises further questions about the legitimacy and legal standing of this court. Moreover, Judge Lisa Martin issued an unsigned default order without jurisdiction or court seal, and during court proceedings, she admitted she did not understand the sui juris. These actions reflect further incompetence and violations of due process. I must also address the township's deliberate attempt to mislabel my private automobile as an off-road vehicle under local ordinance to circumvent my constitutional right to travel. This mislabeling is an attempt to subject me to commercial regulations that do not apply to private, non-commercial travel. This ORV ordinance was never intended for law public roads. Under the Clearfield Trust Code, versus United States 318 U.S. 363, when government entities operate in a commercial capacity, they lose sovereign immunity and are subject to the same legal standards as private corporations. The court's actions, including the misapplication of commercial motor vehicle codes, further demonstrate its commercial interest in misinterpretation of the law. The Supremacy Clause of the U.S. Constitution, Article 6, Paragraph 2, mandates that this court is bound by the Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. This court, however, continues to proceed without regard for constitutional protections, violating my rights at every stage of these proceedings. To continue under these circumstances would be a violation of my constitutional rights and an abuse of judicial power. I respectfully request that the court issue rulings on the pending motions, including a jurisdictional challenge, and immediately dismiss this case by citing overwhelming evidence of judicial misconduct, bias, and due process violations. So these issues remain ignored. I will seek immediate appellate relief, hold all parties accountable, including Your Honor, Judge Martin, Judge Tina Green, Prosecutor Caitlin Margaret Foley, Officer Miro, Officer Sysai, Officer Smith, Chief Everett Robbins, and the Huron Township Police Department. I further assert that if this court continues to proceed under the presumption that I am engaged in commerce, it must present evidence to substantiate its claim. Without such evidence, this court has no authority to enforce commercial motor vehicle codes or ORV ordinances upon me, and any further actions would be unconstitutional and unlawful.
All right, here to court this report back in session.
Bring the jurors in. Mr. Crucell, just so you understand the process, we're going to do voir dire. Did you have a chance to talk about the iPad?
No.
Hold on a minute, Joe.
Yeah, I told him I would go over it.
Okay. I understand that's your position, but I'm still going to explain things as they go. All right. I mean, I just want you to understand what's going on. So if you decide you want to jump in, you'll know where you're at. Understood? I'm not trying to talk you into participating. I'm just letting you know what's happening. I'm going to explain things as we go for you and them. You got that?
I suppose I don't understand why I need to sit here and use my time for an
Because if you leave, I'm going to issue a bench warrant and you're still going to have to deal with this down the road. At least this way, listen, here, one of two things can happen today if we have the trial. Either they find you not guilty and you're done, then you can file all your grievances and stuff, or they find you guilty and you're just filing one more appeal.
Instead of wasting everyone's time.
You've already wasted their time because they're all here. They're all here.
Well, that's why I filed these things weeks ago. These things should have been addressed before this process even took place.
There's a scheduling issue that takes place too.
So
but hold on. Hold on. Don't interrupt. You didn't appeal the last round of decision. You didn't appeal the decision you didn't like from Judge Martin. You didn't appeal the decision you didn't like from Judge Green, and you didn't appeal the decision you didn't like from me last time you were here. So here's my problem. I'm not going to adjourn today because you say you're going to appeal, because if you don't, we've accomplished nothing and we're no further to resolving these files.
I had to file with the appeals court that I've been in contact with the appeals court.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to educate you. Okay. You contacting the appellate court, first of all, this should go to the circuit court. All right. You've gone. Okay. So I didn't choose for you to be here, but you're here. Okay. So we have to get through it. All right. So the way it works is you don't just talk to them about an appeal. You actually file and perfect an appeal, but you didn't perfect the appeal. So there is no appeal. You started the process, but there is no appeal. So we're going to go forward today. The only question is, are you going to be in the chair or not?
No, again, if you wish to amend for, I'll participate in bottom one, correct?
Depending on what I set the bench warrant at. It can be whatever I want it to be. Once again, but see, you think that's bias, right? And that's me explaining to you the way the process works. I could set a $10,000 cash bail on this. And until a circuit court judge tells me that's got to be set aside, it's the bail. That's the bond I set if I set it. Because here's the thing. And I'm trying to, listen, dude, I'm trying to get you to see I've got a job to do. It's got nothing to do with you personally. All right, you keep bringing this, I'm having so much trouble getting through to you. I'm thinking the next step is a competency exam.
So that fact that she told me that on the record in front of her, and in all the things that she's saying, the judge said, she never said that on the record. I have the record submitted.
So once again,
she wasn't doing this because the Secretary of State.
Then appeal Judge Green's decision. I've told you that at least 5 times today. If a district court judge makes a decision you don't like, you appeal it to the circuit court. You don't just keep arguing again. That doesn't get you any further along. So if you don't participate today, if you just sit there, that's fine. We'll have a trial. You can jump in if you want to. You don't have to. I mean, in any criminal trial, the defendant doesn't have to do anything. But at each step of the game, I'm going to let you know what your options are. So for example, when we do voir dire, I'm going to ask questions of the prospective jurors. She's going to ask questions of the prospective jurors. You can ask if you want to. You don't have to. All right. When it's time to pick the jury, She has a certain number of challenges she can use. So do you. You don't have to exercise those challenges, but that's the way we pick the jury. Do you understand that process?
Marcus is up and trying to get all this stuff established with the courts and the and I still have evidence that I'm trying to get from the township that they're using lead codes for the data, which they did with the policy information that they and got them giving me the policy because they were trying to do lease stuff.
Okay, stop right there. Hold on. Stop right there. Stop right there. That's something new evidence you're waiting for. What are you waiting for?
This is where I haven't got it to even get to.
No. Tell me what it is. What?
Evidence that I requested from FOIA's in the very beginning with my bottle camera.
No. But what is it? You're looking for some records, some ordinances? What?
Part of the traffic stuff, comments and things that were put in there that.
Hold on. In where?
In the comments.
You don't have police reports?
Well, I do, but I found out that they withheld certain documents that when I filed my FOIA, they didn't give to me. And then upon doing more filing for more stuff, I uncovered that they withheld certain documents. That are getting the whole thing.
Hold on. Let me hear what you just say. Just hold on. Go ahead. Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
He's bringing things from the south and
You mean like the officer's personal notes? Had notes.
And for example, body on camera where they're sitting in their patrol car and the computer's on. Those are all lien material that can't be discoverable. It can't be shared with people outside of those that are have the security clearance to observe or handle lien material. So that's what he's referring to.
Okay.
That's not what I'm referring to. The notes on the computers and stuff, that's not what there's even stuff that was in the body cam that when they were talking to the chief, that they purposely redacted out of the conversations and the notes that that are completely all redacted. It's nothing to do with computers. It has nothing to do with personal information and names or addresses. There were things that were stated in conversations that were taking place in these notes.
Let me stop you. During the traffic stop?
They withheld this when they should have given it to me in the very beginning with my FOIA for everything that's involved in my traffic stop.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to clarify. Are you talking about like, how do I want to say this? Personal comments between two or more individuals?
No, it's not personal comments. It was stuff that's logged through the traffic stop.
No, stop. But I got to understand what you mean. Logged through the traffic stop. You mean it showed up on camera and then they edited the camera?
Yeah.
Or edited the recording?
As well. And there was no clear reasons why. Every time I try to get reasons to why they did it, what it's next, because they're supposed to label why it is. I haven't got anything. And then it's in the comments sections of like what was going on.
Hold on. Comments on the incident report?
It's not the incident report. It was through the while the traffic stop was taking place, stuff that was being entered through I can't remember exactly what the paperwork is I am. Like I said, I'm in the process of getting it all. I'm appealed it to the supervisor, and then he vaguely gave just cited statutes and codes, but he was supposed to tell me how and why I didn't even see the applying to the lead sections, which are failing to do because same thing with.
All right, so hold on. So what I'm hearing, I want you to confirm whether or not I'm hearing it correctly. I think what you just said was those comments section things that you want, they're telling you that's all lien stuff and it's protected.
Yeah, but I have other.
Hold on. Is that a yes? That's what they're telling you?
Essentially.
Okay.
So, and part of this, I had a whole thing paper I got from them. They didn't do it in any of the other ones. Only.
Hold on. Other one what?
All of the because there have been several times the cops came out of their house. But we were told, this has been going on for all of the years, probably why it's going to happen.
Okay.
So I filed every cop that had been there, all the reports, anything to do with anything that I could get that was access to me. And then that's how I found out that these other reports weren't released to me. And then in my life traffic stop, they did the same thing. Everything to do with that entire traffic stop is all completely redacted. We have the other stuff, it's all open.
Redacted from
The whole page is just black.
hold on. Redacted from the incident report?
Yeah, from the incident. Right.
The paper report that you received?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
With no justification involved. So why any of these things are redacted, I keep trying to, and how they did it with the policy. I tried to get the policy 3 separate times to the department, and then they cite these lien codes for names and addresses and stuff, which I understand there's certain stuff.
What policy?
The policy conduct for officer conduct and how the officer's supposed to operate themselves, right? So they denied several times, stating the same lead codes are trying to fix all these connections now. So I appealed it to the township supervisor, and he released all of my information. And it showed, the policy showed that these officers violated the policy and
Okay, hold on, stop. So he released everything, but not everything you want?
well, then once I realized they were doing this, I went back to getting more. That's how I found out there was more stuff that was under released to me.
Okay.
And then they're doing the same process using these lien codes to not let me see what was put in this vehicle. And that's why it's all American Titans. I've been trying and fighting all this full time trying to get this stuff together. And I'm getting every which way I'm being screwed.
He's raising issues that concern me. Because now we're talking about discovery requests that are being partially fulfilled.
As it is with this stop, he does have the incident report, he does have body worn camera for 4 officers in car, dash cam, what have you. He also personally took a video. I don't have it, there was no mutual discovery. He elected to use the FOIA route to take all this information. What he's referring to again is the CAD information where there is no material. None of that affects what the substance of the incident report or the body worn camera or anything of that effect. He's also talking about incidents that I think they were probably about the township attorney is dealing with it as opposed to the township prosecutor. There's probably about 20 different contacts that he has sought FOIAs through. So it's not just this incident. And what I suspect he's talking about where police may have came to his house or like a traffic stop or speeding ticket, there are no incident reports. Those are CAD notes. So that's probably why those are blacked out as opposed to this incident where a misdemeanor was attached and an incident report had to have been written.
Okay. Anything else as far as information you requested that you don't have that you think you need?
I mean, that's the base of it. I'm still actually, now that I've been having to really dig into stuff, I'm uncovering more. Now that I've been through the body cams, I have to file more to get more stuff unredacted because there is clear points in these conversations that were purposely redacted. They have nothing to do with clean information that they keep claiming. Same thing with these CAD notes she keeps referring to. That's not what I'm trying to get hold of. And I understand that there are things that they can redact through the lien code. These entire things that are, there's no way the entire pages and these comments and everything are all lien information. I know that. I've been told.
How do you know?
I've been told for Sergeant Price, things that are said in these, personally about me and stuff like that are being redacted because it can be used showing the bias and everything that's retaliation against them. And I know for a fact what was said of these things. That's why I know that being redacted is more than much to say.
Okay. But Mr. Crisell, with all due respect, that all sounds like a civil lawsuit against the township.
Well, yeah, this is my argument. I'm trying to bring into this court, but everything's just being keep getting.
Because I'm not going to get into all that with a jury.
But that goes directly to this, is what I'm saying, and that's why I've been trying to get all of this stuff answered before we even come to this point.
I'm not going to let you get into all that with the jury. It's going to be confusing. We're going to go down rabbit holes.
That's why what's Eric is I need to go present my case to fair.
So this case goes back to February. We set this trial 2 months ago.
You're right, but
2 months and 2 weeks.
I'm trying to get the jurisdiction established. I'm trying to get the judicial bias stuff taken care of. All of these things that have not that they just keep. It is what it is. Getting swept under the rug.
Okay, hold on. Once again, I have to take offense to that. I'm not sweeping your judicial bias argument under the rug. I'm denying it.
I give it. Yes.
Okay. No, seriously. See, it doesn't matter what you have to say. If I'm determining bias, I know what my heart is. Now, you appeal that decision or you grieve me to the Judicial Grievance Commission, right? They can look at all your facts and say, well, Oakley, clear bias. But I don't have to hear all your arguments and see all your evidence to know I'm not biased.
That's fine. I guess that's the and I have already started to do a process. I will be going down it. The more I look at it,
okay.
So again,
sir, it's 9:02. The jury's been here since, I'm assuming shortly after 8, some of them were showing up.
Yeah, like I said, I cannot participate in something that I know is not, it is stacked against. 100%.
Well, once again, you think it's stacked against you just because you don't agree with the way things are going. Okay.
Oh, they're gonna show that these things have to be established, that there has to be.
Then
You see, bias like that. See, I mean,
okay, stop. We're just hashing the same arguments again. If you're right, then you've got an automatic appeal if they convict you today. If you're right, and this whole thing has been nothing but a sham.
it has to be, and it's all this turned into.
Okay, bring the jury in. I'm tired of talking.
That's the motion will be real quick.
Motion who? Oh, I forgot you filed a motion. Give me just a moment. Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that? Hold on. Did you get her motion?
I never seen that.
Yeah, no. Just, you got a copy, you can just at least show him so he can see if he's seen it before.
When did you send this to me?
Last Tuesday along with our motions.
I have never seen this.
Take a minute to look at it.
Let's like to bring up for the record too that.
Hold on. Hold on. Have you had a chance to look at what you just handed me? Okay. All right. So are you ready to argue that motion?
Well, no, I had no time to prepare for anything except. I've never seen that before. And
Okay.
it's just trying to keep you from being able to bring up all my valid arguments that are all applied to this.
Once again, valid as you determine them,
It's advanced to the case.
as you say.
And that's, and they're the same with the things they're trying to say, right? They have no evidence. Where's the evidence, right?
Right. But I haven't ruled that anything she's trying to put in front of the jury is invalid.
So my defense to my.
Well, here, let's do it one at a time. She wants to stop you from saying anything about due process violations. Did you plan on telling the jury that your due process rights have been violated?
All part of this case.
Okay.
Same thing with all the way to the traffic stop, all the way till now.
Specifically, what were you going to tell them about your due process violations?
Well, I don't have my defense completely in front of me because I'm trying to get all the other matters. I'm not ready for that. So and I've never even seen it, so I can't even build up a defense to that.
How was that provided to Mr. Crisell last week? Okay.
I received his motion, or his 109 motions on Thursday, so it didn't give me much time to respond. I did send it in the mail, I dropped it off at the post office this morning. And I didn't receive his most recent motion.
That was filed Friday. Right.
I said on my certified mail, so I know that she was in, but we've never got first last name. Never.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. If you decide to participate and present any evidence to the jury today, then if any of these A through E's come up, we'll deal with those as a point on a point by point basis. Understood? I'm not, sir, I'm telling you, you don't have to. She wants me to give you a blanket instruction right now that you can't talk about any of these things that are listed in this motion. I'm not going to do that. If you choose to present anything to the jury and one of these topics come up, she's going to stop me probably with an objection, say, Judge, could we talk about that? And then we'll talk about that. Item by item. Understood? All right. Anything else before we bring the jury in? You said you wanted to say something before the jury came in. I thought you said.
Another key point to this, I filed for records requests to this court, trying to get all my court hearings and everything in recordings. There's still one from the very first one from Judge Martin that's crucial to this case. They still have issues.
How could it be crucial to the case today?
And moving there, absolutely huge to all my whole.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
All of this.
No, sir, everything started on February 3rd, 2024, when your tickets were issued. So anything, let me answer. I'm trying to be patient, Mr. Crisell. Anything Judge Martin said at a hearing about those tickets after February 24th, or February 3rd, 2024 would not affect the facts of what happened on February 3rd. Agreed?
But it affects what is going on with this court, as far as the fact that.
The only thing that's going on with this jury is deciding what facts took place on February 3rd and how they apply to the ordinances the township is trying to apply.
Yeah, then it's going on with that, but like I said, I'm not gonna subject myself to sitting here through something that I know.
Then get up and leave, Mr. Crisell. You're not under arrest. I've already explained your options. I've tried to be as clear as I can with your options.
Like I said, I'm not participating in this. There's clear, there's all sorts of stuff going on here that's breaking against me.
I understand you feel that way, but I've got a trial scheduled today. Something's going to happen. Once again, if you get lucky, they find you not guilty and you're done with this stuff.
Can I take a minute to figure out what I want to do with this?
Absolutely. Oh, one thing I want to make clear. The civil infractions don't go to the jury. You understand that? That's a formal hearing. That's just between us. You understand that? We'll deal with that after the trial if we have a trial today. The misdemeanors will be in front of the jury. You understand that? Okay, take a minute. Make it quick though. I hate to have the jury wait. Mr. Crisell?
Yes.
Mr. Bowditch is available. Doesn't cost you a thing just to get his opinion. All right. Bench strong, and I'll get him the whole freaking day. He can make all the arguments.
Oh, that's true, yes, so, because I was gonna say we can do the other one on that one.
Yeah. So it'll be a special day.
Okay.
You know what Jeff's extension is in his office?
Security.
Hey, tell them they don't have to have a final decision. I just want to know if I can send the jury home.
Okay.
You're a comment.
I got no problem giving you more time to talk, but if I'm letting the jury go, I just want to bring them in so I can talk to them and let them go. You can keep talking. You sure? All right. Bring the jury.
So I go back here.
Yeah, keep talking. Keep talking. Hey, Jeff, come here. Mr. Crisell, I'm going to give him an idea to talk about with you.
Okay.
If you can listen to Sean, I'll give him a whole fucking day for bench trial. He can bring every argument he's got.
All but I
We'll make her sit.
That's what I told him.
But I'm just not doing it with
I
him.
said, I wanted him to ask you politely to reserve his right to a bench trial.
Yeah.
And all of his information, he's going to get together.
Just let him know that that's what I wanted you to know.
And
Go tell him
I'm
that.
not going to represent, but I'm going to help him.
All right. Go tell him that I made that suggestion. So Caitlin, I gave him an option that if he'll pay the $300 court costs, security costs, I'll give him an adjourned date so he can perfect all his appeals that he says he wants to file, and we'll send the jury home.
But do you think he's gonna pay?
Oh, yeah.
He already owes us. Oh, he only owes us the money on these cases.
Yeah, I think he'll pay. Is it hot in here or is it me?
No, it's just you, but.
Have a seat, folks. And Caitlin, you don't have to stay for this if you don't want to.
So were you last? Yeah, you got, you're the last of them? Right. You like it.
What is the rules?
Are we listening on?
I still like this. Well, that's why I didn't do the last this moment. That way you guys don't have to drink it. What's in front of me? No. this guy a little bit. Well, I've seen it. Thanks. All right, how many of you got in, they just excited that you can think about being on a jury? One person. You aren't gonna make them now. I'm sending you home. We're gonna pay you for being here, but it's $15, so that's part of it. But I just want to talk to you a little bit about what's going on. So, first of all, I want to thank you for being here, even the grumpy looking guy that don't really want to be here. But you showed up, okay, you showed up, you're doing your job. So the good news is, well, the good news is you get to go home if you want to. The good news too is that you served your jury duty for this year. You showed up, the fact that we're not putting your work is not on you, that's on us. Now, if the federal court sends you a notice, sure, try it, they don't care if you move it. Circuit court downtown, if you get another notice from us, really beautiful, then just say, hey, you know, I was there on September 23rd today, right? September. Right. Okay, so that's good to go. If any, you need a piece of paper that shows you're actually here, maybe an employer that wants to make sure you show up where you're supposed to. Are we doing that at the kiosk or downstairs?
Downstairs, that's right.
Okay, so then go down to the cashier, just say, I need a letter to show I was here for jury. Other than that, I'll take you out right now unless anybody's got any questions I can answer. Yes, ma'am.
Is there a possibility you will pay your son this week or?
No. Anybody else? All right, once again, sincerely, thank you for showing up today. I hope that this gave you all a free day, you can do something fun. Have a nice day. Thank you. Sounds like a good day.
Will stand up. Please receive the bond. I need to.
We should probably have Caitlin.
Yeah, she's coming.
All right, back on the record with the People versus Crucell. All right, Mr. Crucell, I just want to put on the record the conversation that we had out in the hallway with Mr. Bowditch present. Outside of your hearing, by the way. That's for that. But I filled you in. So you've agreed, you're going to pay your $300 contempt charge. I put that in air quotes. I'm going to apply that towards the cost to pay this jury panel for being here today. Agreed? In exchange, we're going to pick a date, hopefully in the next 2 minutes. We're going to pick a date, put this back on our calendar down the road to give you plenty of chance to perfect your appeals, whatever you want to appeal. Agreed? Okay. All right, you can sit down. Okay. Now, but I have to say some other things. All right. Before I took the bench, I did a lot of court-appointed work, all right? So I know that a lot of times when a defense attorney is talking to their client, they've got to get over a mental hurdle because a lot of people in a situation where the court's provided the attorney, they think the attorney's not working for them, the attorney's working for the court. So I want to make sure you understand how this works. Mr. Bowditch, although we've worked together for years, he doesn't work for me. Really, he doesn't even work at my pleasure. I suppose if all 3 judges in this court told the Michigan Indigent Defense Council Regional that he works for that we just don't want this guy in our courtroom anymore because he's just incompetent or whatever, they'd probably put him somewhere else. But other than something drastic like that, he's not here because I'm paying him and I've requested him. You understand that? Okay. His job, his client is MIDC. And I say his client because they pay him. But he's paid to represent folks in district court that don't have their own attorney. I just want to make sure you understand when he's giving you advice, he's not telling you what he thinks is best for me. He's telling you what he thinks is best for you. Okay. Now, the other thing, I'm assuming he brought my offer out to you. Listen, if you want to get into all those arguments that you've referenced today and the last time you were here, I'll give you that. I mean, I'll look at all the stuff you've got on the traveling argument, everything else, because what I told you earlier is I've got an open mind. Okay. I don't think in my heart of hearts, you can convince me that your argument on traveling is a valid one, but I'll listen to everything you've got to tell me on that and every other issue. I mean, I'll give you an